Yo, what's going on, you mangy magbies? Today, we're taking a look at the deck that I personally played at the Australian International Championships, and actually the list that ended up winning the whole event, piloted by Isaiah Williams. This is what the gang played in Australia, this exact 60 right here. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. It is a Jirachi Zapdos deck. This list is pretty much as straightforward as you can get with the deck. We got the 4 Jirachi, 4 Zapdos, the closer, one of Tapu Koko GX, Tapu Koko Prism to help us with getting to the Tapu Koko GX / just a way to find energy through Nest Ball and Ultra Ball. Yeah, so like being able to like Nest Ball or Ultra Ball for the Tapu Koko Prism, get it into play, and then use it to get energy on Zapdos is pretty useful a lot of the time. Also against like Absol decks, having the extra energy to get in play on like Jirachis to still be able to retreat with them with a Skateboard plus an energy through the Tapu Koko Prism is super nice. One Absol for our opponent's Jirachis, and one Oranguru to help us get that little bit of extra draw. We don't usually get down to 0 card hands very often, but if we can get to like 1 or 2 card hands and instruct for like an additional 1 or 2 cards, you know, every turn or two, it's actually a big difference. This deck is all about trying to get as many cards into your hand as possible, as like unconventionally as possible, and then allowing us to be able to pull out big plays through like Guzma and Kukui and stuff like that. So yeah, any little bit of extra card draw does help this deck a whole ton. Getting into the trainers for Electro Power, we play 1 Energy Lotto to be able to use like Stellar Wish into Energy Lotto for energy, which is cute. I didn't use that combo very often, but it is nice to have that option. They got 3 Escape Rope, 3 Switch for the switching cards. Reason the Escape Rope is so good is specifically against Malamar decks. Usually they got a Giratina in their active with 130 HP, hard to knock out. Use the Escape Rope, bring up anything of smaller off the bench. Combo with an E-Power to KO Malamar. Sometimes it's an NK, sometimes it's a Jirachi or a Let Loose Marshadow. And you just get to knock those out for free when they make their way into the active, and then you get to play like a draw supporter of Lily or Cynthia for the turn to like refresh your hand, find more stuff to pull off bigger combos on the next turn. So 3 Escape Rope, super good. 3 Switch. We should move our Jirachis around sometimes, so we have the 3 Switch in there as well. 4 Nest Ball, 1 Ultra Ball to help find our Pokemon. Play the 1 Ultra Ball because we need a way to find the Tapu Koko GX besides just drawing into the Tapu Koko GX, so the 1 of Ultra Ball is super nice for that. Nest Balls find us everything else conveniently. Sometimes you even Nest Ball for the Tapu Koko GX, and you can go like attach Dance of the Ancients plus the Thunder Mountain, and you can attack with it through finding it with Nest Ball, so that's kind of cool too. 2 Stretcher. Need to make sure we have enough Zapdos to be able to close out games. We rarely get Jirachi back. Sometimes we'll get Absol or Oranguru back if they get focused down. Sometimes, depending on the situation, you'll use 2 Tapu Koko GX or even 3 if you draw well. Got a couple Shrine of Punishment to help knock out those big GX Pokemon. Specifically very good against Pikarom because they don't play a ton of stadiums themselves to bump the stadium out of play, and the Pokemon have a ton of HP. So the Shrine specifically very good against Pikarom, not great against Malamar. Actually, in the Malamar matchup, you kind of want them to put their Viridian Forest in play and just like leave it in play. 1 Thunder Mountain. Getting down to the supporters, we got 7 draw supporters, or 7 like consistent draw supporters of Lily and Cynthia. Then you have the 3 Kukuis, not as good of draw supporters, but they also give you the plus 20 damage, so they're good for their own situations. 4 Guzma, because we like to take cheap early knockouts, and that's how we kind of get into games and get ahead in games and then close out games as well, is through the Guzma. 2 Choice Bands, don't really need more than that. When you're playing against the heavy HP GX Pokemon like the Pikachu, Zekrom and stuff like that, you're usually 2-shotting them, and you don't need Choice Bands to set up 2 shots. You have so many other different ways to get extra damage in. The Electro Powers, the Shrine, the Kukui. And then when you play against stuff like Malamar, sometimes they'll put like 1 Alternate Crossbar or something in place, so you just need 1 Choice Band at some point during the game. And against Zoroark, you're usually 2-shotting, you're usually just KOing stuff around Zoroark until finally making a big play to KO a Zoroark through using a Choice Band with a big Thunderous Assault backed up by some Electro Powers, or you just use the Koko and you don't really need, a ton of Choice Bands to be able to pull off those knockouts. 3 Escape Boards. Want to be able to move our Jirachis in and out every single turn, but you don't really need more than 1 in play on 1 Jirachi, and it's usually not very efficient for your opponent to like go Guzma knockout Jirachi, so don't really need more than 3 Escape Boards. And then at the end here, 8 Lightning Energy, more than enough. Between the 8 Lightning Energy, 1 Energy Lotto, 1 Thunder Mountain, and the Tapu Koko Prism Star, more than enough energy with 8, but you do need to find them early and often, so you need to play a little bit higher count. I mean, you ideally would play like 6, but you're not going to be able to consistently find the energy at like 6. So playing the 8 energy, need to be able to consistently find it early and often. So guys, that's the list that I played with the rest of the gang over in Australia. this past weekend. Ended up winning the tournament, piloted by Isaiah Williams. Happy to see him get his first big victory there. But yeah, that's all I have to say about the list, really. Let's go ahead and get into some games, and I can show you guys how the deck runs. A not so great start. It's okay though. We have Tapu Koko into the Zapdos. We also have an Ultra Ball, so we can go like Ultra Ball for a Rangaroo, Guzma knockout. We have the Guzma, so we're gonna. You pretty much never want to open Zapdos if you have a choice. We do have a choice here. We can choose to open the Koko Prism, so we're definitely gonna open the Koko Prism over the Zapdos. There's the Ditto, so we're definitely going Guzma knockout Ditto turn 1 here against our opponent's Ditto here. Oh my gosh, they have the Ditto and the Grimer in the Blacephalon. All right, still gonna knock out Ditto, and then we have to worry about the Grimer. They got the whole shebang going on here to help counter Jirachi. But I'm not too worried about it yet. We can still definitely pull through this one. Yeah, gonna focus down the Ditto, because I can become Poipole or Muck. Whereas the Grimer can only become Muck. Our opponent's definitely gonna have a slower start here if we take out the Ditto as well. No Poipoles yet. They can still grab some here off this Lily. Yeah, I'm not too worried yet about falling too far behind. Just gonna go ahead and get rid of this Ditto and then go from there. There's a Beast Energy. It's a pretty good grab early on for them. Yeah, let's see. Ultra Ball away 2 Lightning. Yeah, gonna look for the Oranguru play here. There he is. Unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to put the Choice Band down on the Zapdos. I think it's worth it definitely to draw that extra card. Yeah. So give me the Ditto. We're gonna draw 3 with the Rangaroo. Hopefully find a couple Pokemon I can put the energy on from the Koko Prism. Jirachi Zapdos will do. I want to do this now. I don't really have to do it. Send up Jirachi, then I'd want to do it then. I don't think I actually have to do it now. Thunderous Assault, knock out the Ditto. All right. That's. Oh no, I guess I did want to do it then, because now I'm gonna get mucked and not be able to do it. Oops, that's a mistake. Well, we're hoping they whiff Muck here, which is very unlikely. We definitely should have popped the Koko. Completely forgot about Muck. Yeah, so Muck will be coming down here, and then we're gonna be in some trouble. My bad. There's Cynthia. They could still whiff, and then I don't get punished. That's what we're hoping for. And there's 2 Lightning in the discard pile too, which is just kind of terrible for us. There's another energy. There's a charging up. I feel like we have dodged Muck, and I'm not gonna get punished here. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Always lucky. Alright, so now we're definitely looking for Guzma knockout on this Grimer. Take care of that, and then we're going to look to knockout GX to close out the game here. Only got a little lucky here. Alright, draw Thunder Mountain. I'm just going to go ahead and throw it out there, I think. I really want to dig for a Guzma here, so I want to get this extra draw off the Oranguru, and then I'll look to probably Stellar Wish. Let's see, Electro Power Koko. We could just go with a Koko knockout here, which would also be fine. Let's Stellar Wish and see what our options are off this. Kukui, 160, 170, 180. So we can knock this out for 180. That's pretty good. We whiffed the Guzma, which is not great. But we could still get the knockout on this Blacephalon here right now, which seems pretty good to me. Is there like a better play, though? I could just take this knockout here. I guess we're just going to take this knockout. Grab the Kukui, 160, 170, 180. Yeah, let's just do it. If not, we probably would have looked to like 2-shot this thing with the Zapdos. Can't put the Shrine in play yet, unfortunately, because we had bumped that in play already, so we don't really have a choice. Set these up. Bang, bang. Arrow Trail these 2. Electro Power, and that's it. Sky High Claws. I mean, if they don't get the Muck out in play anytime soon as well, it's possible we could bring this thing back with a Stretcher and hit him with another Sky High Claws, or even the Tapu Thunder GX, which would be pretty sick. We probably won't be able to take them off B-String on this next turn, which is a little scary, but we're just going to have to go ahead and deal with that. Yeah, I mean, who knows? They might whiff a B-String this turn, and then we can just completely take over the game if they whiff a B-String here. So they're just immediately going for Let Loose, which is not a good sign for our opponent. Oh, maybe it's not that bad, though. There's a B-String. 2 fire in the discard pile, so they definitely have 1 charging up. They haven't attached for turn yet, so I definitely expect this Koko to get knocked out. Just kind of like, how many more B-Strings do they actually have besides that? Yeah, we're getting knocked out for sure, and then there's the Let Loose. That's fine with me. My hand wasn't great. It was okay. I would have hated holding it, but that's fine. A Shrine is good. A Stretcher is good. Electro Power is good. What is not good is if they get Muck, we have no draw power. Okay, there's the Mind Blown. Once again, they whiff Muck, so we're getting a little lucky here. Muck definitely super hard for us to deal with if they actually set it up, but they whiffed again, so we'll take it. Go Jirachi. I definitely would like to see a KO on the Grimer once again. We have the Thunder Mountain still in play, so if we just pull a Guzma off this... Let's see... Could almost one-shot this thing, actually. Let's just check the Stellar Wish first. Okay, so we take the Cynthia. Yeah, just take Cynthia. I'm like debating whether or not... I think I do want to put Shrine in play. I think I just want to hit this thing as hard as possible, this Blacephalon. So we're just going to get another Zappy back. This... Ugh. Electro Power. Choice Band. Shrine, Instruct for 1, and then Cynthia. We have 5 energy left, as well as the Lotto, so I'm not too worried about whiffing here. Should see an energy here. It is likely. Yes. A little bit close there, actually. I'm going to go ahead and use this other Stellar Wish while we can. They could get Muck. I mean, at this point, I almost feel like the Muck is prized. Definitely going to take the Lily. Need some potential draw power here. Attach to this Zapdos and switch into it. Don't really need to bench this Zapdos yet. May as well leave the bench space open. I think that is for the best. And then there's the 100, 140, 150 with Shrine. Ideally, don't want to hit this thing again, so we're going to look to Guzma around it next turn. Hopefully, they don't replace our Shrine, and that can just stick in play and kind of eventually knock this thing out. That's kind of like the ideal scenario for us. But we'll see. We'll see what they've got. There's a B-String. Once again, we did not shut off B-String last turn, which we would have definitely just won the game if the Jirachi had found us a Guzma. Fortunately, not so lucky. There's a charging up. So it looks like they're not attacking with their active. Maybe they have an E-switch they're going to play or something. We'll see here in just a second. Interesting that they didn't B-String to the active. Yeah, we'll see here in just a second what they had planned. Yeah, like I said, no, they're on 3 prizes, so I guess they could hit us with like a Guzma knockout. That would be fine on their turn. Yeah, there's the Guzma. Okay, going after the Jirachi. I was like, I don't even know what's really even that good to go. So they got the turning point knockout. We are definitely going to go chase this Grimer finally. The Shrine is still in place. I think we have this one pretty much locked up. Gonna get rid of this Grimer. This thing's gonna about is 1 HP from dying. We have how many Guzmas left? We have 2 Guzmas left. This. So I guess we do Stellar Wish first. Try and find something to play. Yeah, get that Nest Ball. Probably grab another Jirachi here. I'll see what's left in the deck. I'll just grab another Jirachi. I could escape rope and just see what happens, and then look for the Guzma play and get another Stellar Wish off. I don't hate the idea of that. This also means we'll definitely get to Instruct for 1. Well, potentially Instruct for 1, because I guess this Stellar Wish could... No, we'll definitely get to Instruct for at least 1. Yeah, so we'll see what they send up. I think the best thing to set up is the Lele here and hope I can't one-shot it. Yeah, there goes the Lele. But yeah, we're definitely going to take care of the Grimer, go down to 2 prizes. Just going to get another Stellar Wish off, see if there's anything worth grabbing. Electro Power is pretty cool. That's a pretty good card to see. How many Electro Power do we have left? 2. Yeah, Electro Power is pretty good. We could Instruct for 1 extra card by taking the Escape Board, though. I wouldn't hate that. No, I think we just build up the hand on the Electro Power. Yeah, I think it's just best to have the Electro Power here. Attach to this guy, bench this guy, and then Guzma. Or knock out the Grimer with this Zapdos, saving the Choice Band just in case. Got the Instruct for 1. Maybe I just wanted to try and like Instruct for... Well, I was going to say try and get the Shrine, but then we instructed into the Shrine. So I guess we got the Shrine. So... we're pretty set up here. They're going to go up to 170 on this Blacephalon. If they don't have an Acerola, we're just going to play down the Shrine and win the game. Definitely possible they let loose us again and replace the stadium. So we don't win for sure yet, but I think we have this one pretty much locked up. Yeah, I don't see us losing it, but you never know. They could have something spicy left. They're down the Beast Energy, which is a big deal. That means they can't actually knock us out with the Naganadel this turn. 2 prizes left. If they want to knock us out, they have to use a Blacephalon. It's possible they are able to set up this Blacephalon through Attach plus E-Switch. We don't currently have a way to deal with a full HP Blacephalon. There's the Retreat. I guess they could just go Attach GX attack here, actually. Yeah, we'll probably see the Attach GX attack here. Unless they whiffed Energy, which is also possible. Nope, there's the E switch. Okay, so they have the GX attack, and the next turn they'll win the game on just an energy attachment. But we have the Shrine in our hand, ready to go, so we know we have the game set up. All I need to do is play Shrine and pass. There's a top deck escape board. Nothing super relevant there. There we go. Shrine and pass. And knock out the Blacephalon on the bench. 170, 180. So yeah, this matchup should be... having tested against Blacephalon with the Muck line, the matchup actually isn't terrible despite them having the Muck. In this game, our opponent had a really good start, but they were never able to find the Muck. I don't know if it was prize or if they weren't able to find it or what. But that's pretty much the main reason we were only able to win that game, but we were able to take it in the end, despite my horrific misplay with the Cocoa Prism early on. Just kind of forgot that I should do it because of Muck. They whiffed Muck, and then we were able to kind of take over from there. So yeah, that was our first game beating Blacephalon. Getting into another game here, we're going first. There's an Absol. Alright, so we're going to Nest Ball. I think we're going to go ahead and grab the Jirachi just because we have the skateboard in hand. Lotto for an energy. Ooh, not quite. Yeah, I probably would Nest Ball for a, what's it called, if I didn't get the skateboard. Oh, we did get the escape board, so we're going to go like this. Go ahead and throw out another Zapdos. And I'll throw down the Cocoa as well, why not? Not sure what we're playing against, so we're just going to hold the Shrine for now. All we know is that they play Absol. That's literally all the information we got. Besides that, who knows? Definitely probably a lightning deck of some sort. There's a Blitzel, so it looks like we're playing a mirror match, probably, and they're probably playing the fighting build of the deck with the Buzzwole. Maybe not. There's a Judge. Who knows what they're playing now? They have Zebstrika and they have Absol. That's enough to worry about initially. We got Kukui, Guzma, Nest Ball. Top deck Lightning Energy would be insane. We could Guzma knock out that Blitzel and start things rolling. Escape Rope is pretty good as well. I'm going to go with the Nest Ball here. I'm going to grab... Kind of want to just grab an Oranguru. Yeah, let's go with the Oranguru grab here. Escape Rope. I could just send up a Zebstrika and then hope to draw into... yeah, let's go with that. Let's just hope to draw into the Lightning Energy off of these three cards here. Get our own Absol down. Kukui for 2. There we go. Lightning Energy. A little risky, but I don't think it's actually too bad. And then we got 2 choice bands we can throw down. I'm going to go ahead and throw one of these down here. Hold on to the other one for now, because once again, we don't know exactly what we're playing against. I think it is probably some kind of one prizer deck with the Blitzel and the Absol. But yeah, we don't know for sure, so we're just going to go ahead and play around as much as we can, as like not overextending our resources. Our hand's pretty good though. Besides the stretcher pull, and we can go choice band. If our top deck is a lightning energy, we're good on like a Guzma. So it's a counter energy deck. So who knows what we're about to run into. All right, they did not draw great there. Let's go ahead and throw this down here, and then we have the Instruct for 1. But some kind of spread deck, we might still be in trouble because our bench is full. But if it's not some kind of spread deck, we're probably fine. All right, I guess we're just going to hit for 10 here. And then look to get the knockout on the next turn with E-Power plus Retreat, E-Power plus Switch, E-Power plus Escape Rope. If they bench something more relevant, we're just going to Guzma knock out something on their bench. Yeah, really kind of all comes down to what our opponent has going on, if they have anything going on. The last 2 turns have not done much. So it is a Zapdos deck. They are going to be able to attack us for 90, I believe. Yeah, no, they're going to actually knock us out. That's right, Absol hits pretty hard. All right, so we definitely want to knock out this Absol to get our free retreaters going again. So I'm definitely going to push up Jirachi here, and we're going to look for a way to get this knockout. That top deck was not great. Check the Stellar Wish first. We could always Guzma knockout, but there's the Switch. We're definitely taking the Switch. Definitely want to knock out the active here. I'm going to go ahead and throw down another Zapdos instead of that. Yeah, and then E-Power. Switch into the Zapdos. And I haven't played as a supporter yet, I guess. I forgot about that almost. Yeah, Lily for 2. Why not? Have we attached it? We have not. Oh gosh, so many things I almost just forgot to do. And then we got the Thunderous Assault knockout on the Absol 110. That's great. Huge deal in Zapdos Mirrors, getting the knockout on your opponent's Absol. Now we have access to Jirachis with free retreat on the escape board, and our opponent doesn't mean they can't stretcher for the Absol, But as of right now, we are definitely in control of this one. It's going to be for our opponent to kind of come up with something to make some kind of comeback at this point. We're definitely in control at this point. We got Guzma still. For our next turn to take a knockout, if their Zapdos is stuck, they don't hit us, we can go like Guzma E-Power, knock out this Coco. Yeah, so we're in a pretty good spot. They will have access to free retreat through the Coco plus an escape board, which is pretty good for our opponent. But I'm not too worried about it. Taking their time with this. So it is a spread deck, and they have the backup of Zapdos, it looks like, is what their deck. They also play the basic Lightnings as well. Yep, not too worried about it though. We got the Guzma, we have an E-Power. Just gonna go with this. We can set up the Jirachi here actually, because we do have free retreat with it. I'm gonna go ahead and Stellar Wish. Probably just grab, yeah, another Guzma. Make sure we can move our Pokemon around as we go turn to turn here. Treat, and then Thunderous Assault, knockout. Am I gonna pop the Coco? I don't think there's a reason to yet. Just yep. Thunderous Assault, knockout. And then go from there. Prize card, Shrine. Nothing spectacular. I would be surprised if we didn't get Flying Flipped here. But we'll see if our opponent has anything. There's a lot of, so yeah, I would be surprised if we didn't get Flying Flipped here. There's a DC. Alright, so they've got their first Flying Flip going, but they're pretty far behind. Yeah, generally, I think this matchup is probably unfavored. But right now, I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay here. There's an E-Power. That's a very good top deck. I'm trying to think about how I want to play this. I want to put out Shrine. I almost just want to go Retreat, E-Power, Knockout. I think that's the best way to go. Yeah, attach, E-Power, Lily for 2. 1, 2, Escape Rope, Escape Rope. Could save the energy on this and go Escape Rope, Escape Rope. But yeah, our opponent concedes. Yeah, there's not much they can do to stay in this one. I think we definitely have the one pretty much locked up at that point. Alright, getting into a final game here. Going first, that's pretty good. No idea what we're playing against, but we got Zapdoses ready to roll. Lily as well, which is great. We'll probably just burn the Energy Lotto and not take the energy. We'll see what we're playing against. Potentially some kind of mirror match. We'll see. There's at least a Jirachi. Yeah, like I said, not going to take that. We got the Lily for 5 and then a backup supporter in the Cynthia. Ooh, very nice hand. They're playing Jirachi, so I'm immediately going to grab an Absol here. Sometimes this is not correct to do, depending on what they're playing, but we're like... Well, we're assuming they're playing some kind of Zapdos deck or Jirachi deck where they want to be able to move their Jirachis around. So we're definitely going to want to try and cut that off, their early game potential with Jirachi through the Absol, slowing them down. So we're definitely going to go with that initially. Whether or not it's correct, we're going to have to see as the game develops. It looks like we are playing against some kind of Malamar deck. Generally a favorable matchup, but we don't have a way to take a knockout yet. The amount of outs we have, though, to like get a knockout is kind of insane, so I would be surprised if we whiffed a KO here. Gonna look to go KO Jirachi most likely. There's a GX in play for our opponent. That is not good for our opponent. That's great for us. We're eventually gonna look to try and take a knockout on this Lele. So yeah, we're already in a really good spot. Even if we whiff a knockout on our next turn, the Lele will always be there for us to try and take a big knockout on and close out the game on a 2-prize KO on the Lele. So at the very least, we're going to look to do that. It is an Ultra Necrozma deck. Okay, now they have 2 GXs in play. Even better for us. Only 1 Inkay so far, so Guzma would be a very good top deck here. But KOing there, I would settle for just KOing the Jirachi through a Skateboard switch. Escape Rope into them sending up Lele or Necrozma. Setting up a 2-shot is also fine. Don't have a problem with that. Would definitely like to KO this Jirachi, though, and take away the Stellar Wish use on their next turn. So we're going to go Attach Active. And I could Thunderous Assault, but I don't really want to burn 2 Electro Powers to KO Jirachi, despite them having 2 GXs in play. There's Escape Board. Escape Rope is also fine, but like I said, I think I want to take away... I could Escape Rope into the Jirachi, Escape Board it, and then get a Stellar Wish off. That doesn't sound terrible. But and then I could save the Escape Board for the Jirachi. Let's go with that. I get to get a Stellar Wish off of this, which is really nice. Yeah, I think this is probably the best way to go about things. It gives me the most cards, and I can set up the 2-shot on this Lele, which is like more than fine. I think I'm gonna go Ultra Ball away Jirachi and Lightning and grab the Oranguru here. Get some extra card draw. That's what this deck is all about. Trying to draw as many cards as possible from as many means as possible. That's it. You're just trying to see as many cards as possible. Hit him with the Instruct here. 1, 2, 3. Guzma's for a couple turns. chase down some of their small guys on the bench. I think I'll take a Cynthia alongside this. Yeah, I don't have to KO the Lele like ASAP. I'm just gonna hit it here for 80, set up the 2-shot, and then we'll probably go Guzma, chase a couple Inks over the next couple turns here. Depends what we draw off of our, our Stellar Wish, plus maybe an Instruct for a card or two. Because we only have one Lightning Energy in play right now. I expect the Zapdos to be knocked out, but it's actually very possible our opponent whiffs the KO on the Zapdos. So we could sit here and Guzma for a couple turns, actually, potentially. And really start to take over the game from there. Yeah, it kind of all comes down to what our opponent has. It's very possible they whiff the knockout here, actually. If they get the Beast Energy, they pretty much have it locked up, probably. But if they don't get the Beast Energy, who knows? We could be here for a couple turns, just going Guzma knockout Inkay, Guzma knockout Inkay, get a couple extra Stellar Wishes in there. It's, like I said, it's all about just trying to see and get as many cards into your hand as possible. Give yourself as many options for knockouts as possible. So it won't be probably won't be a knockout on. Well, we could still get an Electro Power off the top deck, but Guzma KO Jirachi is fine. They definitely want to get another Inkay down this next turn, so Guzma KO and their other Inkay is fine. Here comes the Tina with the Distortion Door. So I wasn't sure about putting Absol in play. Hopefully it works out. They definitely want to try and stack damage on the Absol. And this is in this matchup. You never. Oh, they already got their Acerola, so that's a little annoying. But they probably won't have a ton to follow that up, so it's not the worst ever. I might just actually look for a switch card and take out this Jirachi here. We'll see what they Stellar Wish into. If they get like a Viridian Forest, that's fine with me. Definitely as the Ultra Necrozma player, you want to try and avoid giving the Zapdos player Viridian Forest. It's very nice when I can get access to a Viridian Forest as the Zapdos player. So I'm 100% fine with getting access to this. So top deck E-Power, we're going to KO Malamar. And if not, I think we're just going to Cynthia and dig for a switch card and try and KO this guy. There's Stretcher for Jirachi. That doesn't do that much for us. Could, like Guzma, there's no real good options for a Guzma knockout. So I think we're just going to go with the Cynthia. We can even go the 2 energy retreat knock this out. So we have a ton of ways to knock this out. It looks like it is going to be 2 energy retreat, which is not great, but it's not the worst thing ever. I don't even really want to keep the shrine. I kind of want to keep this thing in play. And I do just kind of want to knock out this Jirachi here. Could escape rope, but then they could just push up Tina, which would be a little bit awkward for us. Yeah, let's just go Viridian Forest. Let's bump the shrine out of our hand. Ooh, we are running out of energy here. But that's why Tapu Koko Prism is in the deck. The hard retreat hurts a little bit. That means we have quite a few energy prize, actually. It's 4 energy in here. So we have 4 energy prize, so it's actually likely we pull one here. No energy this time, but that's fine. We can just use the Viridian Forest again to get an energy, so I don't really have a problem with that. I don't really want to hit this Ultra Necrozma unless I'm one-shotting it. So we're probably gonna, or unless Shrine has ticked up on it a little bit, and then we can KO it from there. Yeah, and this is why I left the Viridian Forest in play, because we need to be able to just find energy. Being able to find energy is nice. We're probably gonna push up Jirachi here, and then go with like a Guzma knockout Inkay is probably gonna be our play. Yeah. See what our top deck for turn is. Viridian Force into energy. Guzma knockout Inkay. And we're just gonna keep building up our hand as we go. Just try and keep the Malamars down. There's 2 Inkay down. So it's going to be tough, but we can go like back-to-back Guzmas on Inkays here. And that's fine. They do have the knockout on the Zapdos. Oh, I guess I could have used a different Zapdos. I didn't even really notice that the 10 damage would make a difference here. I forgot about that. So I should have used a different Zapdos here. That was a mistake to use this Zapdos, because they did the Tina 10 damage, and then this allows the Ultra Necrozma to take the knockout with just 1 energy. So that's pretty good. So they're going to get 2 energy on the Tina here. That's fine with me. Like I said, we're just going to go knock out Inkay. We'll eventually knock out this Giratina with Kukui plus E-Power, which is kind of a matter of time. We'll eventually get to that point. There's a knockout on our Zapdos. We're going to get draw for turn plus a card off of our Jirachi. I'm not worried about KOing this yet. I'll try and take a big knockout on that later. Yeah, I'm going to Nest Ball. Just go ahead and grab the Coco Prism now. And then we're going to Stellar Wish. I might not actually Viridian Forest. We'll see here. Escape Rope, Choice Band, E-Power. So we could do 110. Could get pretty close to knocking out the Ultra Necrozma, but not quite there. I think I will grab the E-Power though for later. Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna Viridian Force away the switch, I think. Yeah, I'm still gonna get an energy out of the deck. Like I said, we're a little bit low on energy, but it's not that big of a deal yet. And then Dance with the Ancients to Zapdos. Yep. And then I'm gonna go Guzma knockout Inkay here. Yeah, we're setting up for like bigger knockouts later on. Don't really want to waste, not really waste, but I don't want to use everything to like KO the Ultra Necrozma. Yeah, so we get like yeah, this is like ideally how the games play out. We get like 3 cards a turn, we get a prize, card off Jirachi and our top deck, and then we just kind of have to build knockouts from there. And this matchup is all about drawing the first prize and then not whiffing a prize card from there on out. Here comes their second Giratina. We're just going to go Guzma knockout a Malamar on our next turn, and then we're going to look to KO a Giratina on the following turn, and then look to take a knockout on a GX Pokemon for our last prize. We don't have access to our Coco GX, so we have to like draw into that if we want to make the play with that. Could Nest Ball for it and start attaching to it, which actually wouldn't be terrible, so we could actually make that play depending on what how like aggressive our opponent is being. We do need to find another way to get another Zapdos, so we're looking for Nest Ball or Stretcher, or the Zapdos itself off of our next couple top decks plus Stellar Wishes. Yeah, so we're gonna go Guzma knockout Inkay here. I think still we could knock out the active. Maybe I do want to try and draw some more cards off of the Kukui. Okay, there's a Stretcher for a what's it called. I could go knock out this, but I could also go Guzma knockout Inkay before I need an E-power to knock it out as a Malamar. So I kind of like that a little bit better, actually. Yeah, so let's just go ahead and Stellar Wish. I don't want to really get rid of anything with that. Show playmat. Escape Rope's pretty good, actually. We already have one in hand, though. Could take an escape board and then discard it with the Forest. Could take Lily, but wouldn't need Lily for a couple turns. Just take the escape board for now, I guess. This Lily would have been okay. Gonna get another Zapdos. No, the escape board's the way to go, because if they ever go like Guzma KO Jirachi, I'm actually gonna go ahead and throw this down right now in case they like will let loose this or something. And then we have the Guzma knockout on the Inkay. I think it's the right Zapdos to send up here, right? I don't know. Do we want to use the Viridian Forest? No, we want to keep the hand. I could get rid of energy, get an energy, I guess. That wouldn't be terrible. Maybe I could have done that. I forget how many energy are left in the deck, though, so I'm not going to risk it. I'm just going to hold on to this energy. Hopefully we don't top deck energy anytime soon. I might go energy, get rid of energy next turn. We have 3 prizes left. So we can either go knockout, 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 which is actually lining up pretty well in our current hand. Or we can look for knockout, knockout, Guzma knockout on one of these. Hopefully find, like, draw into our, what's it called? Hopefully draw into our Coco Prism Star, and that would get an easy knockout on one of the GX Pokemon. But yeah, I think we're gonna go knockout Tina next turn, and then probably knock out Giratina the turn after, because that's what's kind of lining up from our opponent, and then probably to knock out the Malamar the last turn with a Guzma play. We still have 2 E-power, 2 Guzma left, I believe. Yeah, so we have plenty of time to find those cards. It's kind of just like wait and see almost. Let's see, could we make a big... If we could pull off a big GX knockout, we could just go with an escape rope and see what our opponent sends up. There's the Guzma. So let's start with the... let's see, 1, 2, 6. So I think I can Viridian Force away this lightning to grab a lightning. Oh, oops, that was a little risky. Well, we have 2 lightning prized, and we're going to draw 2 over 3 prizes. For sure. No, this was actually fine. We need to find a way to get another Zapdos here. That's interesting. Okay, I think we're going to grab this. And I think we're going to play Escape Rope and see what our opponent does. Because taking a GX knockout here sounds pretty good to me. I kind of want to play down. I want to take a bigger knockout here if I can. That's 90. So we could just go Guzma knockout Lele. Huh, maybe we should just go Guzma knockout Lele while we can. While we can do it for sure. Could play the escape rope and see what our opponent sends up, though. I like this a little bit better. We need another Zapdos. That's what we're lacking right here. Okay, they just give us the Lele here, so that's super good for us. That means we get to play the Kukui as well instead of a Guzma and draw some cards. Nest Ball, get that last Zapdos. All right, so we're just set up to win here at this point. I don't think we can lose anymore. Thin out that extra much. So we're doing 100. I think we still have to play down everything, right? Yeah, so let's go E-power, Choice Band, and then Instruct. But this is fine with me. Yeah, and then we got the Retreat, Thunderous Assault. Yeah, setting up the Lele, I don't think it was the best play. I think they should have just sent up the other Giratina there. But if they do that, then we're going to go with the Guzma knockout. So either way, we're going to knock out this Lele. I didn't over knock out. No, I had to play everything. And then we have, not only do we have currently game in hand, but we have 2 turns to actually kind of pull off the knockout. It looks like they're going to go with the GX attack here. But even if they GX attack this turn, they can't actually win on their next turn. So, yeah, even if they GX attack this turn, they can't win on their next turn. So we're in a great spot. We have 2 turns to take 1 knockout. Even though our Jirachi is going to go down here to the Sky Scorching Light, it's really not that big of a deal here for us. We have the Guzma in hand. Yeah, even, I mean, they would need to go like Let Loose plus Sky Scorching Light here, but even then, I'm not actually really even scared of that. I think we'd be able to pull out a win over 2 turns. There's not that many cards left in our deck yet. There's the Sky Scorching Light. Goodbye, Jirachi. Zapdos trapped in the active, or so it would seem, but yeah, we have a ton of stuff going on, and we're just going to go ahead and close this one out with the Guzma on the Inkay here, and that's going to wrap this one up, guys. That's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video on the winning Australian list, the Zapdos Jirachi. Super straightforward, super consistent, just gets the job done. Definitely recommend you guys trying out this deck. It's actually a lot of fun too. I'm a big fan of like playing around with Jirachi. It's just fun to like look at the top 5 cards, see so many options, set up plays through it. It's really is a fun deck to play. So I definitely recommend playing around with it. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for the video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, be sure to give the video a like. If you're enjoying the content, be sure to subscribe. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Check out my Twitch live stream as well as links to my social medias. I can get there in the description below. Have a good day. Thanks for watching, and peace.